Hey guys, Shadney back, and I have the March release to share with y'all. I'm a little bit behind. The release itself got a little bit behind, but I also just personally, mentally, I've been behind. So this is coming up a few days late. All this stuff's been in the shop for a few days, but it is still there, along with a bunch of other like basic kind of items. But I will start with the kind of retail kind of things that are finite, and then I'll move on to the stuff that will be available until it gets retired. So the first thing is these bunny sequins, and they're just little tiny bunny heads. They're so cute, and they're, you know, nice bright springy Eastery colors. There's I think there's 7 packages of each of these. And then these are just like a corally pink and a yellow, and they're all different shapes. There's even some like little beads in there, which I didn't realize before I put this together. But there's like seashells, there's little flowers, there's these little cut flowers, just regular sequins, there's some stars, little tiny sequins, all sorts of stuff in there in those nice bright springy colors. These next 2 things are things I've had for a while, and I bought them back in like, I think October. I've been holding on to them since then, so, but waiting for spring. These are teeny tiny little butterflies, and they're the freaking cutest thing in the entire world. They're so tiny, and they're, I don't know that you can tell, but they're kind of flat on bottom, so you can glue them down to your page easily. And they come in, I think there's 6 different colors in here, and you get 6 of each in 6 different colors. So what's that, 36 total? But there's like a white, there's a really pale pink, there's like a corally pink, a yellowy, a blue, an orangey. There's just a lot of different ones in there. So, and they're all iridescent. The ones that look like they're not is because they're upside down. All the wings are that like pearly kind of finish. So there's those. I'm really excited about those. I think they'll be really pretty. Add just a little bit of sparkle, and they're just a little dainty. And then the last thing for the retail kind of stuff, no, it's not. There's one more. Here, I'll show you this one next. These are those little clay slices like I've had before. These are just little rainbows. You get 12 in a package, and they're real thin, so they'll lay really flat against your layout if you don't like a lot of dimension, but they do have a little bit of dimension, just not a lot. But you could even use pop dots and pop them up as well. So there's those. And then the last thing is another thing that I've had forever, holding on to it for spring, and they're these little like plasticky, resiny flowers, and they're dimensional. They're like 3D, you can see, and the center is just hollow, so you could use, in my head, I'm going to use glossy accent, no, not glossy accents, what are they called, Nuvo drops. I'm sorry, I haven't scrapbooked in a while, my brain is fried. I'm going to use Nuvo drops, I think, in the middle, but you could even use some wet glue and do like a glue dot. Enamel dot. That's what I was trying to say. Or you could leave it empty because they still have that little bit, and you'll just see the color below whatever surface it's on. And there are 6 of each in 7 colors, I believe. There's 2 different colors of pink, this orangey kind of color, the purple, this fluorescent-y yellowy, which I absolutely love, a cream, and then that mint. So there is those. And you get 6 of each in 7 different colors. So what's that, 42? I think it's 42. These and the butterflies, I think I have a good amount of these, like 30 sets. I think the butterflies I have like 15 sets. So there are those. Next, I will show you the epoxy stuff. So I have some basic stuff first. The wood buttons and the epoxy sprinkles. These are the COVID. They look like little COVID viruses. So there's the wood buttons and the epoxy sprinkles. And these are in the same colors as the masks, which are it's like the Christmas colors that we did back in November and December. But they will coordinate perfectly with the masks. So like, you can see this pink is the exact same pink as that pink. So, coordinate really well. Oh, crap. Okay, next is gamers. They're just little gamer remotes. Everyone's been dying over the gamer stuff, so I definitely wanted to bring some of those in just to have some fun and add some more color in. These are in the colors that coordinate with all the back to school stuff. So there's a good variety in here. Of course, you know, boy kind of colors, but there's also pink and this like peachy color and that nice bright aqua that you could definitely pull it into girl stuff. You know, most of mine is girly stuff because India. So you will see those at some point in time on an India layout, not on a girly layout. The next thing are these bugs. Okay, so India's favorite thing right now are butterflies. They're learning about butterflies and caterpillars in school. So I needed to do something for that. And I've got a really cute little drawing she drew of a butterfly that I'm going to have to scrap. And then I have a funny story about her with worms. That's going to have to be a layout at some point. So I just thought this nice little bug set was really cute. Instead of doing the white, like most of mine are the white on the color, I thought that just gave it a different little pop of color and made it more like a shadow, like as if you were using a magnifying glass or something. So there are those, and those are in the bright colors that coordinate. It's all the basic stuff. These are the brights colors. And then next is the baby stuff. And these are in the pastel colors. So they coordinate perfectly with the basics stuff. So there are a little safety pin, a little house with a heart, a bottle, onesie with a heart, a little baby crawling, and then a little baby like laying there. It reminds me if you're like changing their diaper. A bear, a pacifier, a little pregnant lady, and a diaper. And I said pacifier, yeah. So there's that. There's the wood buttons and the epoxy flare. And if you hear me mention it in the future, we call pacifiers binkies or binks. And I mean, in Oklahoma, I think it's a thing to call them binkies, but in our family, we call them binks. So, yeah, if you hear me say that, that's what I'm referring to as binkies or pacifiers. When India was little, she'd always have one in her mouth and then she'd carry one around. So we called her India Two Binks. So there will probably be a story on that soon because I don't think I've scrapped that yet. The next set is Easter. So there are all these fun bright colors. These are the brights from the basic line. So they coordinate perfectly with all the bright colors from that, which are the same colors as these. These just have, it's not all the basic colors, but it's most of the basic colors. Like, so that green matches, and that matches the orange is the same orange. The red is the same red. But like this one, I didn't pull in the purple or that, whatever color you want to call that, or this one, I think. But the rest of them I did. Okay, so there's that. They're the brights. There's a little Easter basket with eggs, some little pinup banners, rainbow, flower, chick. I love this little egg. It reminds me of a dinosaur egg, so that's probably what that's going to go towards. A candy, a sun, a little bunny, and a little goose. Funny story, India has been calling it duck duck moose instead of duck duck goose. So thought that was hilarious. We just realized that this week. So, and again, those are in the wood buttons and the sprinkles. So now I'm going to start out with the bigger pieces and like the single items. The first are Easter baskets. There's a giant Easter basket and a small Easter basket. I think it's called small and large, or maybe small and extra large, or large and extra large, something like that. But so these are the two different sizes. This one is a little less than 3 by 4. So 3 by 3-ish. Yeah, 3 by 3. And this one's almost, it's 5 inches by 4 inches. Yeah. So there are those. I thought those would be really cute, and then layer up some little Easter eggs behind it. Or you could, ooh, it would be really cute to put a picture and then take cellophane and like wrap it like you were wrapping an Easter basket and put a bow. That would be funny. Okay, so that might be happening. So there are those two pieces. The other individual pieces, we have Oh for Peeps' Sake and Hangin' with My Peeps, of course. Don't Worry, Be Hoppy. Hunting Season. I love this one. I think that one's hilarious. And then my two favorite, I think, of this entire collection is Bite Me. And it's a chocolate bunny. And But Did You Die? And it's die like dying eggs spelled that way. So I thought those were hilarious. And then there's an egg hunt. And then there's a banner set. So it comes with 3 banners. You've got the Easter, the little bunnies, and the little eggs. And again, these are always, the banners I always try to keep about 6 inches so that you can string them across the bottom of a photo or the top of a photo if you wanted to. Or, yeah, I don't know. I just think 6 inches is a good size. Any larger and it's risks too much of a chance of it breaking on the way to you. And yeah, so there's those. So you get 3 in that set. So I'm going to go ahead and go through all the Easter stuff and then I'll move on because I have Easter stuff and I have baby stuff. And then I have some random. Let's do Easter sprinkles. So you get a little Easter basket. Here, let me get this. Oh, this is going to be easier. There are little carrots, little bunnies, little eggs, flowers, bows. There's more eggs. There's little pinwheels. I already did the carrots. There's more little flowers. There's tiny little butterflies. There's cracked eggs. These fit together to make the cracked eggs. And then, yeah. So there's that whole set. You get 3 of each shape in this. So it's a good big pack of Easter stuff, but a lot of it is very usable for other things that aren't necessarily Easter. It's not super, super Easter. Of course, the butterflies, the flowers, the bows, you can use for anything. The pinwheels you could use for anything, spring or summer, stuff like that. So just dump that in there. And next, oh, this one, I love this one. Okay. Whenever we dye eggs, I assume everyone knows what I'm talking about, but there's the little wire things that are like hexagon shaped and you would dip them. So I had to make those. They look like bubble ones, which they would be good for that too, but they're supposed to be the little wire egg dipping things. So there's those. There's a little container of eggs. There are 3 crayons because I don't know if you've dyed eggs, but you can color on your eggs with crayons and then dye them, and the wax is a resist. There's an egg in a little container thing. There are the little tablets for the dye that you put in the vinegar and water. There's 2 little eggs and then a cracked egg. They're all the same size, but of course, because you can't dye eggs without at least cracking 1 egg. And then there's 3 splatters. So to mimic what the splatters of the dye. Sorry, I'm trying not to like fumble around, but it just is what it is. And I'm also trying to move quickly, but see how that goes. There's a whole set of bunnies. And they're all different sizes. I think they're called bunny sprinkles, but I can't remember what they're actually named. But they range from teeny tiny up to this bigger size right here. And I think there's 4 different sizes. I'm not 100% sure. There is a good... They're the same shapes in 3 or 4 different sizes. So you get a good mix of them. Next, let's do... Oh, Peeps. Peeps are so Easter, obviously. So we had to do Peeps. So there's 3 sizes, I think, of these. There's 3 of each in 3 sizes. Big, medium, and then small. And the small aren't super tiny, but you can tell the difference. They're not as small as the sprinkles, I will say that. Okay, then there are, well, I lost one. Okay, so I have Easter eggs in 2 different sizes, but I've lost the larger ones. So I don't know what I've done with them. They're not here. Oh, no, I found them. Okay, I found them. Okay, so like at Christmas, I did the mini trees and then the regular size trees, the large trees and the mini trees or something like that. And it was the exact same shape in 2 different sizes. So this time around, I did the same thing with the Easter eggs. So these are the small size, and then I have the large size. So they're 2 separate orders, but depending on what kind of size you like to work with, these are a lot bigger, ranging from about 1 inch, I think, up to like that's 1 3/4 inches. And then these are the minis. So you can see like the difference in sizes of the different ones. So those will both be in the shop as 2 separate listings. And then the last thing for this Easter stuff are the Easter treats. So you have the dough and the cookie cutter and 6 Easter bunny heads that you could use for Easter bunnies or for the cookies or whatever you wanted to. There's another one. Yep. Nope, there should be one more. Yep. There. There is a chocolate bunny. There's some Easter pops. Some little lollipops or popsicles. There are eggs with candy busted out of them. There's 3 of those. There's 3 little Peeps. And these are smaller than the other Peeps. Where's these? That's the small size. These are teeny tiny compared. These are supposed to look like the Reese's bunnies. I haven't seen them this year, but sometimes they'll do bunnies instead of the Reese's eggs. Oh, that isn't part of this, sorry. There's the little teeny tiny egg carton, and to me that is like the little egg gum. So that is what that is. But you could totally just use it as an egg carton. You could use it for anything. And then teeny tiny little chick Peeps. I thought those were super, super cute. So those are the Easter, like the mainstream kind of Easter sets. Then I've got a couple Christian sets for those that celebrate Easter a little bit on a deeper level. But they're generic enough. They're not like Easter themed. They're just Christian themed. So the first, because you know I have to do snarky. So we have a snarky Christian set. So I love Jesus, but I cuss a little, which is very descriptive of my life. Y'all need Jesus. Leave the judging to Jesus, which a lot of people need that. I'm only talking to Jesus today, which needs to be a shirt for sure. And then salty with Matthew 5:13. And then holy with a hint of hood. So I thought that was funny. Okay, so there's that set. There is a whole set of little crosses. I really like these because I tried to size them so that, and some of them have like scored lines, and some of them are blank on both sides, so you can mix and match. But I like, size-wise, I tried to kind of mix and match the sizes so that you could layer the pieces together. I don't know, Hobby Lobby has like big giant wall crosses that you can layer together and make like pretty intricate like wall pieces. And that's kind of what this reminded me of. So I just thought it was cute because you could layer these up. You could use them individually as well, but there's all different shapes and sizes. There is a Christian Sprinkles set, which is just a bunch of tiny pieces. There's a rosary. There are 3 Bibles. There's 9 or 12 different crosses. Something like that. I think there's 12. Yeah. There's 12 different crosses. There is the loaves and wine. There are 3 little geotags. One has a church, one has a cross, one has a Bible. There's a little angel, a dove with the olive branch, 3 of the little Christian fishes, a church, and then a crown of thorns. So that is the Christian Sprinkles set. And these crosses are significantly smaller than the larger crosses because they are the sprinkles. So just in case you need to know that. And then the last of the Christian kind of sets is this, and it's the Grace Like Rain, like the song. And then it has 3 clouds, and then a handful of little tiny hearts. I think 9. Yeah, 9. Little hearts to act as the raindrops. So I thought that was cute. And you totally don't have to use it for that. You could use the hearts just as hearts for anything. So, but there are those. And then, let's see, I think that is, oh, I have one more random one. 2 more random ones. So this one is, okay, so if you don't know Kelly Stamps, Kelly Winnell, from Kelly Stamps. She's amazing and she's awesome. Australian girl. She has the cutest freaking weenie dog you have ever seen in your life. And his name is Wyborn, and she calls him Wyby. And he has his own Instagram. If you need to follow him, you definitely, it's Wyborn the sausage dog. So go follow him. But she is amazing, and I'm very excited to be able to call her a friend of mine. Obviously internet friends, because she's in Australia and I'm in Oklahoma. So, but, so in her last order, I wanted to do something extra special for her, and threw in this little set, and then I thought it was just adorable and it had to be a set. So, hey girl, I hear you like wieners, and she's a really big fan of all the snarky stuff too, just in case you needed to know that. So it says, hey girl, I hear you like wieners, and then some little wiener dogs. So if anybody ever gets offensive, if anybody ever gets offended by my sense of humor, I'm very sorry, and I apologize in advance, but it is what it is, I guess. The next one, I had some requests for some more like mental health kind of sets, and well, health in general, but especially mental health. That kind of thing is really hard to find in our industry, and we're trying to bring it more to light. I know y'all have heard me talk a little bit about my mental stuff in the past, but I didn't get this whole release. There was so much more I wanted to make. I just didn't have the time or the energy or anything. I just wasn't able to do everything, but I did get one mental health set done, and it was the autism one. So there is, and okay, so the, I don't know what to call it, like the symbol for autism awareness is a puzzle piece. So that is laced into most of the pieces, but other than that, nothing specifically says autism. It's all about acceptance and love and stuff like that. So you don't necessarily have to be autistic or have a child that's autistic or anything like that to be able to use this set. It's, you'll see. But just letting you know that's what it is meant to be, and that is why there are puzzle pieces and everything. So there's the See the Able, Not the Label, and I love this one because it's a puzzle piece, but it looks like a little man because it's a head. Celebrate the Differences, which I really love that one. Not Missing Pieces, Just a Different Picture. There's Love with the little puzzle piece. Love Needs No Words. This says accept, adapt, advocate. So, and then this piece fits in the middle of it and is a little puzzle piece, but you definitely don't have to use them together. And then there are 3 hearts that have the puzzle cut out of them, and then the 3 puzzle pieces that fit into the hearts. So that is that whole set. Okay, and then after that, the rest of it is like baby themed, and there was a lot more I wanted to do with this as well, but I tried to get as much as I could out for this release. So the first thing, okay, so backstory really quickly. Okay, so whenever I had India, I fully intended on breastfeeding. India and I did not have a good time with that. So I personally decided to pump and not actually breastfeed. I had a lot of guilt about it because I had a doctor that tried to make me feel like crap about it, and that tried to tell me that that wasn't good enough. So a big thing for me is do what's best for your family. Do what's best for your child. Do what's best for you. If it doesn't work, move on, because it is what it is. Sorry, long story short, I say that because this is something that I really, really like, because we've all heard the breast is best phrase, and I think it's gross. I'm sorry. I hate that people use that because it is very, I don't know how to even say it. It can be very hurtful for people that are trying their best for their kid and can't breastfeed for whatever reason or don't want to. As long as your kid is being fed, I mean, it's good. So anyways, long story short, I made this little set, and not set, but this piece, it just says Fed is Best, and it has a bottle, a nursing mama, and a pump. So any way that your kid is fed, that is what's best. So long story, sorry, but that's why I did that. And then I'll have a baby sprinkle set. I'll show you all of these. A pregnancy set, a baby sprinkle set, a breastfeeding, a pumping, a really funny one for after birth, a baby's word strips, and then a potty training one are the ones I have right now. So this one says Milkmaid. And that's another individual one. Those are the only 2 individual ones for that set. Then we'll go in order kind of what kind of comes next. So first you'd have to have the pregnancy. So there's first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, and they're just little tags. So you could use them on anything. There are 2 little pregnancy tests, a larger and a smaller. There's a little ultrasound, and then there's like a little mama having an ultrasound. And then there's a pregnant mama, and then there's a little pack of hearts. So that is the first set. That is the pregnancy set. So the next one, okay, so what would be next? Oh, okay, so after you're pregnant, you have to have the baby. So this is the, can't remember exactly what I called it, but it's like after birth snarky or something. And it's all about all the crap that we moms go through after our babies are born, and a lot of people don't really talk about. So there is a checklist of all the things you need whenever you're going to be having a baby. So it has mesh panties, massive pads, dermoplast, stool softener, nipple cream, and peri bottle. Then there's a whole running joke in the new mom community about the mesh panties, if you've not heard it. The hospital puts you in these mesh panties, and basically, like, you live in those. They're amazing. I mean, they're awful, but you need them. So this is, damn girl, you make those mesh panties look good. And nobody looks good in mesh panties, just so you know. They're awful. Like, they look horrible, but... And then living that padsicle life. If you've not had a baby, or even if you have, or if you're going to, padsicles are the way to go, just so you know. Google it. You need to make some padsicles. Granny panties for the win. I just love the granny panties. They're so funny. And then there's a little pad with a heart. So there is that little afterbirth set, which is not everybody's cup of tea. I get that. But I thought it was hysterical. Next, we'll do the baby's sprinkles. So in this set, you get a crib, 3 bottles, I think. Yeah, 3 bottles, a little baby. You get 3 of this baby, 2 little socks, a little stroller, 3 little onesies, 3 little crawling babies, and 3 little diapers. And then this little baby's the cutest freaking thing. So you get one of him, and then a handful of hearts. So that's the baby sprinkles set. And then there is a baby wood strip set. Word strip set. Sorry. So, twinkle, twinkle, adorable, lovely little star. So twinkle, twinkle, little star. Those fit together. Lovely, remember, baby bear, so sweet, welcome, little one, bundle of joy, I love you, precious, you are loved, oh baby, perfect, just the beginning, little peanut, and sweet dreams. So those are those pieces. Then I have, okay, so then we have a breastfeeding set. And it's snarky. Obviously, it's going to be snarky. The breastfeeding and the pumping set are snarky. So this is my favorite, breastfeeding. It's the tits. Breastfeeding is my cardio, and it's got like the little heartbeat. Let's get tit-faced, which is awful but hilarious. These boobs were made for nursing. A little nursing mama, another little nursing mama, and another one, and then an eat local. And to me, it looks like a lactation pad is what I think of, that shape, the little stitching. So I thought that was kind of funny. Then there is the pumping set, because in my experience, it's different. So I wanted to make sure to do it separately, just in case, because some moms will nurse but not pump, or the opposite. So I did them separately. There's the express yourself with the little pump. There's pump, pump, pump it up, which is, it looks like the little Medela bottles. Living my breast life. Liquid gold. there's 2 little pump pieces, and then just a little handheld pump. And then there are 3 little phrase strips: is pumping A and Easy, milk machine, and mother pumper, which is my favorite. I love mother pumper. And then the last set is the potty training, and I love the potty training set. It's so cute and funny. So there's a trophy with a little person potting. There's a toilet. There is a giant smiling poop, which I think is hilarious. There's an accident. There's pull-ups. There's 3 pull-ups. There's the training potty, a toilet paper, a little certificate with, like a little winter ribbon, and it has a little poop on it. 3 little sets of panties. And then my favorite part of all of it, because I don't know about everyone else, but I definitely bribed my child with candy to go in the potty. And so they're little teeny tiny M&Ms. They're tiny, tiny. Like tiny, tiny. So, but they're my favorite. I think those are hysterical. So it's my favorite part. So that's it. That's the whole release for March. Not really sure how April's going to go yet, because I am just kind of a little bit overwhelmed right now. I'm trying to get back into doing videos. I haven't actually scrapbooked in like 2 weeks, which is awful. I'm kind of having withdrawals. So I'm trying to get back into normal life and just back into all of it. So we're kind of in survival mode right now and just getting through. I am trying to get caught up on orders. I have 14 left in the queue, I think. And I've been getting about 5 or 6 out each day. So, depending on the sizes of the packages, because some packages have been a lot larger from the sale, which is what has taken longer. So it's just been kind of some days I'll get like 3 packages, and some days I can get 8 packages. So it's give or take about 5 or 6 every day. So those are almost worked through. There are all of these are available in the shop now. I also, the teeny tiny little stars and hearts stickers sheets that I had before that sold out really quickly. I have more of those coming. I ordered a whole another set like right after those sold out, but they just take a while to get here because they're coming from Korea, I think. They're coming from somewhere overseas. So they're taking a while to get here. They should be here, I think, this week. So as soon as those get here, those will go up in the shop and be available as well. And I have 2 new sticker sets that are coming as well that are like epoxy hearts that will go with that. They're bigger than the teeny tiny ones, but they'll be mixed in there as well. So watch out on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, head over there, and it's just my first name is my handle. It's super easy. And I will, as soon as those get here and are put in the shop, I will let you know through Instagram that those are available. And there will be, I think, 20 of each. I think I ordered 20 of each. I can't remember exactly. So that is that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and listening. If you made it this far, you're amazing. Hit the like button so that this video can get shared a little bit more through YouTube. And if you want to see me scrapping with any of these goodies, hit the subscribe button. Leave me a comment and let me know what your favorite is, or if you have anything you want to request coming up in the future. I do have an ongoing list that's kind of going through, and I'm trying to work through it as fast as I can. It's just everything, life, y'all know how it is. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the love and support. I should have a video up tomorrow that is a process and not boring stuff. So have a wonderful day, guys. Happy scrapping. Bye.